Hello everybody, Brandon Parker, back again with another gameplay on Call of Duty Ghosts. This time it's Call of Duty Ghosts single player. I know I had this game since the day it came out, and I actually had Black Ops 2 for a while, and I haven't really, because I've done gameplays on it, and if you've been watching me on my channel, I've been doing gameplays to Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer, and then I was doing gameplays on Call of Duty Black Ops 2, but I didn't do too much with that, so I like to do a lot more with this game, do a lot more gameplays and stuff like that. And I really don't want to overly play this game too much, because a lot of people do it on their channels, and they make this game like the Call of Duty series overall. They make it like the only game that's out there, and I don't really want to do that with my channel. I don't want to make people feel like, well, Call of Duty is the only game that he's playing, because it's not really the only good game that's out there. There's a lot of good games that people are that I watch that really don't play. They don't do DC Universe Online like I do. They don't do Kingdom Hearts. So I try to do a lot of the games that people don't talk about too much. And also like to get back into some of the older games that I used to play, because I started playing games when it was on the first Nintendo. So I've been playing since 1993, was like 92, 93, right around there was when I got my first Nintendo. I was like 4 or 5 years old when I first got it. Terminator was one of the first games that I got. Mario Brothers 3 and 2 was one of the first games that I got, so it was pretty cool. And then I started, and I've been into Terminator since I was a little kid, so I used to play the first Terminator game, and it was very, very hard to beat. And I want to show you with the single player also on Call of Duty Ghosts is I don't really suck at this game. I want to prove to you that I'm really good. I'm playing this on the hardest difficulty, which is Veteran. So I'm a really, really good player of Call of Duty. So I just want to show people that. And I don't know if I'm playing against hackers. It's hard to tell with Call of Duty if I'm playing against hackers or not, because spawning is really bad on multiplayer. I really do not like the way I just don't like the way it's set up, and the maps are a little bit bigger, but spawning, you get too close to the enemies and the other players. And on single player, I don't know how long the story is, but I think I heard it's a little bit shorter than the last few Call of Duty games. So I really don't know too much about the story because I haven't really got into it, but I'm just starting it right now, so I'm moving right along here, trying to get somewhere with my character. So going forward now, going over to here, gonna move forward, trying to keep up with these guys. I know the style of single player, it's kind of cutscene-ish mixed in with character movement and the controls of your character. It's kind of confusing a little bit. A lot of single players nowadays, you are like, what I'm noticing, because I really got back into gaming, like it's been about a year now that I've gotten back into gaming a lot and doing intense gameplays and stuff. And I just want to let everyone know that, just to make sure, if you didn't watch my latest DC Universe Online video, which is the last video that I just did before this one, I do gameplays and videos and all this because I love it. It's what I enjoy doing. It's a passion that I love doing, and I do it because it's mostly because I like doing it. And if I get viewers and people watching it, cool. If not, well, then you're missing out on somebody that enjoys doing what he's doing. And yeah, getting money off it is a plus, because I do make money off this, but I mostly do it because I enjoy doing this. So this game is pretty cool. I really like some of the features of it. I just feel like it's kind of a bit weaker compared to all the other Call of Duty games. I really don't like the layout of it. Single player, we're going to see with that here how it is. It looks pretty cool so far, but I say Modern Warfare 2 and maybe 3 are the best out of Infinity Ward. Because Infinity, well, they kind of shift companies, because I think I don't really get too much into the franchise, like the whole details of the design and how they went about with this single player and all that stuff. I don't really pay attention, because I don't want to make, like I said, I don't want to make Call of Duty the only game that's really good out there. I don't want people to get that impression. And Yeah, because right now there's way more games, and even Minecraft, that's popular, and a lot of people do that. And I will do some gameplays on Minecraft, but it'll be a little bit later on. Maybe in the next few weeks or so, I'll start doing Minecraft gameplays because I haven't done that yet. And I've been playing that off and on. Like I do here with Call of Duty, I play it off and on. But the game that I've been playing a lot so far, I've been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5. And I've been doing a lot of DC Universe Online. And I like to get back into more Kingdom Hearts. I want to finish that game. So I like to do a little bit more of that and stuff. And if you have any classic games that you want me to play, I'll do those. But any suggestions on classic games? Because I want to get more into classic games that I used to play as a kid. Like, I know I just mentioned the first Terminator from the first Nintendo. And then the second Terminator from Super Nintendo. I like to do that, but a little bit later on, because there's other classics that I like to get into first. Like, I don't know about Mario, because Mario is like one of those games that people talk about a lot. It's one of the famous classic games. So I'll do like maybe like Medieval from the first PlayStation. I'll do that, and I'll do like Spyro. I'm working on that one right now. I'll do some. I still got to finish that. I started it back in 2011, and then last year I continued doing some gameplays on it, and I need to finish it this year. So I'll finish it in the next 2 weeks or so. Like, in the next gameplay, I'll get back into Spyro and try finishing that. And I like to do the second and the third Spyro game. But before I do the second and third Spyro game, and I just killed these two guys, and I got hit a little bit. I know I'm playing this on veteran. I should have showed you that I actually selected veteran, but I have it on the hardest difficulty because I struggle a little bit, but not the way that I do online. I get hit one hit and I'm dead. Like now I get hit once and I can back away and get cover as long as I don't get way too close into fire. I'm a bit confused on multiplayer, but I guess I gotta play it a little bit more. That's why another reason why I don't do too many gameplays on the multiplayer part of it, because I don't play it every single day, 24 hours a day. I'm into other games more than just this one. It's just not the only good game that's out there, and I like to give every single game a chance, because I'm like that with movies, because I'm in film school at the Colorado Film School, because I'm in Colorado, and I just enjoy giving everything a chance. There's more than one good game out there, just as there is with movies. 'Cause I have several movies that I like more than just Terminator is my ultimate favorite movie of all time, and it's the top of the line movie that I like the most. And I've seen the most. But there's several movies that I've seen a good 4, 5, 6 times. Now, I'll admit, Terminator, I've seen it, like, out of my lifetime, seen it a good 50 times. Because I just really like that movie a lot. But there's other movies that I enjoy, even comedies, like a bunch of them are from the 90s. I like Mighty Ducks, one of my favorite 90s classic movies. Oh, I like even the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze. That's one of my favorite classic movies from the 90s. And I like Braveheart. I got a good amount. I even like older movies like The Graduate. I like that. That's a good movie. It's not from the 90s. It's like 80s, 70s, 80s, somewhere around there. I like that movie. So there's a lot of great movies that I like but most of them are from the 90s. I even liked Man of the House, not the one that with Tommy Lee Jones. I do not like that one that came out in like 2003, 2002 or somewhere around there. I like the Man of the House with that came out in 1995. That one was pretty cool. I like that movie. It had Jonathan Taylor Thomas in it. And I forgot his name. The guy from Christmas Vacation. I like that. I forgot his name. I like that movie a lot. And I also like the National Lampoon movies, which is pretty cool. The one, Las Vegas Vacation, I like that one. And of course, the Christmas Vacation, I like that. I watched it more like 3 or 4 times when it was showing on for Christmas. I watched that, so I watched that a lot. And I even have several Christmas movies that I like. I like, of course, The Grinch that came out during Christmas. So there's a lot of movies even that I just enjoy. And one of my if you have noticed, well, I don't know if you noticed, if you're watching me on my tutorial channel, I just uploaded my remix of Linkin Park song My December. So that's what I uploaded recently on my tutorial channel. I'm taking, which is MasterSun88, I'm taking a break from that channel a little bit because there's certain things that I want to do there and I haven't got to it yet. So when I get that chance, I'll start doing a lot more tutorials because I got really popular doing Sony Vegas, and that's how I really got into doing my YouTube stuff, is from that. And so I'm trying to get going over here, trying to keep up with this guy. He's moving a bit too fast for me, and I also need to get a better PS3 controller. Like the one that I got that came with it, I messed it up trying to clean it. I didn't take it apart correctly. You have to set it up a certain way or it'll get like the controls won't work properly, even if you think you got it set up back correctly. So I'm not going to try taking it apart. I didn't like that it was getting dirty very easily. I shouldn't have dirty hands. You shouldn't have dirty hands when playing with your controllers, and if you're playing for hours, make sure you clean it, but don't clean it to the point where you want to take it apart, as you might mess it up and you're gonna have to get a new one. And I got 2 new ones. They were like $30, but they're really crappy. They work off of batteries. I didn't pay attention when I did that, and so I'm gonna get me a new one here soon, a custom one, one with rapid fire or something to help me out with playing online on Call of Duty because when I start doing more online, when I want to do more online gameplays on this game. And if you want me to go back to Black Ops 2, I'll go back to that. And if you want me to play the other Call of Duties, it depends on, because I'm going off of what for now until I get people that are requesting what games they want to see me play. I'll go off for what I feel like doing for right now, unless you tell me what you want to see. Like, because I like to mix it up, old games with new ones. Because I got like virtual, like more virtual stuff where I can play like the old. Because some of the systems I wish I should have kept, the Nintendo 64. The only one that I actually kept is the Super Nintendo. I'm surprised that I even still have that. It's the only system that I had since the day it came out. I got it for Christmas when I was a kid. I was like 6 or 7 when I got it, and I still have it to this day, and it turns on perfectly. Well, what makes it hard to use now, it's very frustrating to set up. You have to have a lot of, it's like way harder to set it up now than it was back in the day. It's got too much antennas and it's too much cords, and I already got a lot of stuff connected to my computer enough as it is already. So I ain't gonna set it up. I'll just do like a virtual version of it on my, because there's virtual programs out there that simulate an actual Super Nintendo and first Nintendo and Nintendo 64. They got Mac and Windows version of it. I have a Mac right now, which is a mid 2009. I need to get a new computer. So before I do anything with virtual machines and consoles and all that, programs that can play old games, before I get back into that more, I'll get a new computer. But right now I can do like some old games like Spyro. They have some older games on the PlayStation Network that you can play, so I'll do that. Some of those games that I used to play, like Medieval, is one of my favorite classics that I enjoyed a lot. They should like make a newer version of it. Like, yeah, they should make like for the PS4. I think that would be pretty sick for them to do something like that. Because I like to give a lot of different games a chance, and just like I do with movies. Like, I'll be honest, movies that are coming out this year, I'm not looking forward to. I have several movies. Like, I know I'm not looking forward to RoboCop. RoboCop is one of my next favorite movies that I like a lot. Next to Terminator, because I've seen it just about as much as I did Terminator. Those are my 2 favorite cyborg type movies. RoboCop, he's a cop, and he's kind of like a robot, so it's kind of similar to the Terminator, so that's why I like it. I actually used to play RoboCop versus Terminator, so I like to do that on my on this channel, along with the first Terminator and the second Terminator, based off of the first two Terminator movies. Because I used to play like Terminator 3 Redemption for the PS2. I actually still have that, but my PS2 controller, it broke. I'm going to have to probably, in order to set it up, because it's easy to hook it up to my Game Capture HD, which is what I use, the Elgato Game Capture HD. So it's easy for me to hook it up still, because it's got the same setup as the PS3. Nothing's really different other than on the PS3, the system's a little not more updated, and it's from the PS2, and the controller is wireless now, and it's rechargeable. If you get the ones that don't want to work off of batteries, I made a mistake with that. And another mistake I already mentioned at the beginning is I took it apart and cleaned it, messed it up. So I ain't never going to do that again. And what I like on this Call of Duty, on the single player part, is so far as the dog, you get to interact with him, which what I was seeing from the online part that I've been playing, because I haven't really given the single player part a chance. I think when you call out a dog, when you get so many kill streaks, like 5 kills in a row before you die, and you get to have your dog, I say you should be able to control him to kill like the other players. I think it's stupid that he does it by himself, because when he attacks you, when someone calls him out, he only all he has to do is just jump at you, and at one hit you're dead. You don't even get to beat the dog off of you. I think that's stupid. You should have the option to fight the dog off, like rapidly push the circle or square button or the X button or whatever button it is to fight the dog off of you. You should be able to knife the dog just like you do other players, because when I get close to other players, a lot of times I get a lot of kills just by knifing them really fast. I'll bump into them, and right when I see them, I'll swing my knife and I'll get them. Because it's like one of those things that I do. It's like a reaction. Oh, I see the guy, so I'll just knife him. And you really can't do that here on single player. You have to kind of like snipe them out and be at a distance. That's what the strategy that I noticed with Call of Duty. Because it's so fast on multiplayer, like you have to react really fast. You see that player, you gotta hit him quick. And on single player, you gotta hit the enemies from a distance. You have to hide and kind of like snipe them out. So I rather snipe more when I'm playing single player. I rather be a sniper. But when I'm playing on multiplayer, I rather have the weapon that can kill the fastest and destroy. And that's what I do when I'm playing on multiplayer, because it's hard to quick scope really fast. I like to hide, and because I get used to the single player stuff because I play that a lot, and that's why I like to hide and sit in a spot for a while and figure out the enemy's position. And it's really hard to do that on multiplayer. You have to move really fast, and people like to have to snipe really fast, and they call it quick scoping or hard. When they call it hard scoping, you sat there and you were looking at your scope really hard, or you were dead on the guy, dead on the player. But yeah, so I gotta get more practice doing it. I haven't really spent too much time with the game because there's other games that I'm into, and I don't want to make Call of Duty the only game that I play on my channel. So that's why I do what I do with the Call of Duty Call of Duty games, multiplayer stuff and single player. So it's not the only good game out there, and there's other first person games, not third person, because the best third person so far is, of course, Grand Theft Auto is the best third person game. I wish they kind of made this into both. What they should do with Call of Duty is make it into a third person and a first person at the same time. That would be pretty cool. I guess you kind of could, but you have to play on a private server in order to do that. You should have the option to go third person with the game or first person. Cause I think I like, because sometimes I feel like first person is kind of a little bit hard to see all around you, what's behind you. You have to look at your map all the time, and I've gotten used to it because there's other games like Far Cry 3. It's kind of like first person, and I got into that a little bit with Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, because that's like so far the only Far Cry game that I played so far with Blood Dragon, with the guy Michael Biehn that played Kyle Reese from the first Terminator movie. So I was playing that, and see, it's kind of hard because you're shaking a little bit, and I don't know. That's why you guys spend a lot of hours practicing. That's why I'm gonna try to play some of the single player stuff just to get more practice with the game, so that I can get more quick scoping kills when I try to do it online on the multiplayer part of the game, playing against other players. Because I know, and also too, I think I'm trying to figure something out. I think I'm always playing against one hacker at least one time, and it's kind of hard to tell because there's a lot of people that are like me mixed in with a few people that are hacking, so it's kind of hard to exactly tell. And they do it in a way where it looks like they can get like you can't really catch it. You have to be really looking out for it, so it's kind of hard. Because sometimes they'll get like 20 kills in less than 2 minutes. It's like, what the heck? You already got 20 kills, and I barely just got 5 kills and 6, 7 kills in 2 minutes. It's like, what the hell? You already got 20 kills in 2 minutes or less. It's like, jeez. And the maps are a bit bigger in this game, so there's no way you should be able to get 20 kills in 2 minutes. Maybe 15, but not 20, because the matches shouldn't last less than 6 minutes. If they get done less than 6 minutes, you gotta be cheating. Because especially with the maps being bigger, it should be at least 10 minutes long, because that's about how long some of the matches are. 10 to 12 minutes long. Depending if it's a really good match, because sometimes I never really know if I'm playing against a cheater or not. It's really hard to tell. I'll just leave if I'm dying a lot, because it's not that I suck at the game. I'm playing this on veteran on single player right now, and I'm getting hit a little bit, but I'm trying to get. I'm getting the guys. I know what to do, because I actually have a dad in the military. He's an actual. So was in the special forces at one time. He was infantry when he was younger. He's been in pretty much a good part of his life so far. He went in when he was like 17 years old, and he's like 47 years old, and he is still in the service. He's a first sergeant, and he got out in the 90s, let's say like 94, 95, right around there. He was out for 3 or 4 years, then got back in and had to start all over a little bit. So when he got back in, he went into the National Guard, but now he's not really assigned to the National Guard. He works with them because just of what he did in the past. So what he does now, he just works with the National Guard and stuff, and he's a first sergeant now, which is pretty cool. So I support the military a lot, but I had thoughts of joining a few times, but for some reason because I'm into film and all that stuff, and I'm a computer geek. See, I just died right there. That kind of sucked. Yeah, because the chopper was actually moving a bit too. Like it's hard to tell where the chopper was, and also I don't really use rocket launchers that much, and I have to use this guided missile, and I just realized now that I have to keep it pointed at the chopper to knock it out. So watch, I'll do it here, because that's what I just realized now. And I'm also talking at the same time, so I messed up a little bit. See, now I'll hit it. It's gonna take me a while, but I'll hit it. Okay, there it is. There. Oh, nope. Okay, see, I'll keep it pointed. And there, I'm trying to keep it pointed. I missed. See, I didn't get pointed on it correctly. And the chopper is pretty tough because I have this on the hardest difficulty that you can go with the game to prove that I don't really suck at this game. Yeah, there's players that are maybe a bit better than me, but I do not totally suck at this game because I know a lot about the military. I've actually played around with some of the military equipment and had hands on military weapons. So I even rode in tanks and Hummers, military ones, not the civilian style Hummers that came out like in 2003. They started coming out with that. It's like, no, the real military stuff is the real deal. I wouldn't play with the H3 Hummers, H2 Hummers, all that stuff. No. And the military ones are way cooler. The tanks and all that stuff. I've been in them. I've even been on Air Force. Checked them out. I've been on Air Force bases and I've seen F-16s and all that stuff. My dad has an uncle. Well, he died not too long ago, like recently, like last year, or because he had another uncle that was in the Air Force, and he had one that was in the Coast Guard that just died this year. The one that was in the Coast Guard, I think the one that was in the Air Force, he died last year, I think. And it's kind of sad because we haven't seen him in years. Last time I've seen the uncle that died that was in the Air Force, I seen him like in 2002 was the last time I seen him. And then my dad's uncle that died this year, which was like a few weeks ago, like November maybe or early December was when he died. It was very sad because he was in the Coast Guard, and the last time I seen him was back in 2009. And it was actually my dad's mom's brother. Yeah, so it was pretty sad. It was my grandmother's brother that died. Yeah, and he was in the Coast Guard, so I have total respect for the military, even though there's and I guess I'll be honest, the reason why I can't join because a medical problem that I have, I'm prone to having seizures, so yeah, it's kind of embarrassing to talk about because really, because on the cartridges of games, they actually in the back of them says if you're prone to seizures, be careful sitting at a game for a long time. I don't think that's why. Maybe, I don't know. I ain't gonna give up. I'm gonna continue doing my YouTube stuff, and I kind of have to stay with my parents for a little bit because I was living on my own, but it's kind of hard because of my seizures, so I have to be back with them now. So I had to live because they have an apartment. We just moved to Denver. I was in Denver first, and I had my own apartment, but since I have my seizures again, I'm gonna have to stay with my parents for a little while. And so we're going to try to get onto the military base is what I'm going to do because my dad, Buckley Air Force Base in Denver, which is in Aurora, Colorado, he's going to try to move over there. He's trying to get on housing, but you have to be on a waiting list, so that's what he's trying to do. So I'm serious about when I say my dad's in the military because I can talk some of the military stuff, like BDU stands for Battle Dress Uniform, and then there's another type of uniform which is ACUs, and I know what they all mean. And there's even Class Bs, Class As. Class Bs is you're wearing the dress uniform, which is the kind of like a suit and tie, but you're not wearing the actual jacket. You're just wearing the shirt with the tie. So that's what they call Class Bs. And then what they call Class A's, you're wearing the jacket, you have all your rank on it, on the jacket. You can wear your rank on your shirt if you're at Class B's. Yeah, and your name tag goes your name tag goes on the right side of you, and then your all your medals go on the left. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. And I also, actually, one movie that I watched one time, it was Dear John, and I watched it a few times, and it came out back in 2010. The reason why I'm mentioning it, because if you pay attention to that movie really close, Channing Tatum's character actually wears, towards the end of the movie, where he's wearing his class B, well, he has his jacket off, and he's in his class B's, and you can see his rank, and it's on backwards. It's pretty obvious that the triangles are facing this way instead of inside. Like, the line is supposed to be facing on the outside, and the triangles are supposed to be facing like this. So that was a big mistake. Because movies do make mistakes, and that was a huge, easy one to catch, and it's kind of embarrassing. The movie was still good. It doesn't really have anything too bad to say about it, other than that was the biggest movie mistake I caught really easily, and it kind of was that annoying, like too obvious that I couldn't stop looking at it. It was like, that's all I was looking at when I noticed towards the end of the movie, and now when I watch it, it's all I pay attention to at the end of the movie. It's hard to concentrate on the end of the movie because it's that bad of a movie mistake. But I am that much into the military, and that's why I can't join. I'm prone to seizures, and I have a medical problem, so I'm trying to use YouTube to help me out. I don't want to lie about it, because I've been trying. Because I would join just to do something with computers, and I'm into doing computers. I'm a computer geek, and I'm going to the Colorado Film School, and I'm into doing movies and stuff like that. But you can do it with the military. That's what I wanted to do, was do what I like to do, which is film, and then do it with the military at the same time, like doing documentary stuff, but also being in the service. Like, if I was called in to do, like, be on battle or whatever, if I had to go and fight for my country, and I would be doing it with film, or if I had to have a weapon in my hand, I wouldn't be afraid to do it. But it's hard because of my medical situation. And I had it when I was 16. I had seizures, and then I went a good 7 years without having it, because I'm 25 years old now, and I don't know. I can't really say for sure if it's me playing games that caused it, because I know there's a lot of people that on YouTube that play games for hours, and they're on their computer a lot, and I know some of them don't have seizures, so I don't believe that. Yes, they can provoke them, but I don't believe that it's mostly them. The games that why I have seizures. I think it's something because in me, body, you're born with it, because I don't do this on purpose, and so. But I had to be honest, because that's why I'm not in the service, or else I would be in it, doing something with computers or filming. You can be like nowadays you can do what you love to do and serve your country at the same time while doing it. And that's what I wanted to do, because I've been into the military. My dad got me into it, and I red, white, and blue all the way. I support the United States, the true colors, and my football team is the Patriots, and that's another reason why. Because if you notice on my Grand Theft Auto gameplays, I have the Patriots emblem on my character, which is pretty cool. I had to do something on the website to trick it to where I can upload my emblem onto my character. I didn't have to hack it or anything, because I don't like cheating in games. I don't do that. But that's what I did. Is I just tricked the website, because I know website coding, because I do a lot of tutorials. I'm a computer geek, so I know a lot of stuff with coding. So I tricked the website with the way you can code websites. They're making it a little bit easier and a lot faster to do it nowadays. So that's how come I was able to trick the website. all I did was restrict it to where I can upload my emblem. Like did something to where I didn't have to modify it. I just tricked it to where it allowed me to upload my emblem. It's kind of hard to explain unless I'm showing you like hands, like in a video to show you. But if you want to know how I did it, if you play Grand Theft Auto 5, I can show you how I got my emblem on my character. Just go to my channel and look for my videos. I put each video that I do, I put them in a playlist. So like all my Call of Duty gameplays, they're in a playlist. You just gotta go to my channel and search for my Call of Duty gameplays and my Grand Theft Auto gameplays and my DC Universe Online. So far, the game that I've been playing a lot the most is DC Universe Online, because it's like the game that got me back into gaming, because I was playing it on PC first, and then last February I got me a PS3, and I'll get me a PS4 soon. I know I'm gonna get me another PS4, because to be honest, I'm glad I've had a friends and cousins that actually had Xbox 360, because I'm not a fan of Xbox. Because my aunt had was engaged to a guy for years and never really got married, and then got separated with him, but he had 2 kids, and one of them had an Xbox, and that's where I first played Xbox. It was the first Xbox. It was Halo, and I thought I wanted to play on an Xbox because of Halo, but as Xbox kept coming out with different games, I didn't really enjoy the other games. They just didn't spark my interest, and I don't like the controls on an Xbox controller. I don't like the layout of them, and it just, maybe because I've been playing on a PS3 for so long, but I tried playing with my cousin's Xbox 360, and I just don't, for some reason, I just don't like it. It just doesn't spark me. So, and I've been playing PlayStation since the first PlayStation 1. So, because really the last time I played on a Nintendo console was a GameCube. But that was after I had been on PlayStation 1 that I got me the GameCube. I got the GameCube back in 2009. And I had already had a PS2. And so it was a while that I've been away from Nintendo already, and then I tried to get back into it, but it just got boring. They're more like for little kids. They make more like Nintendo, because a lot of the games that come out for Nintendo are more like for little kids. So if you're a little kid, it's the best starter console to play on. They got a lot of games for little kids on, and actually family type games if you want to play with your family. They got, especially now with the Wii and the Wii U, they got a lot of like where you can do exercising stuff. I kind of think that's kind of stupid. I hate even some of the consoles like the Kinect on the Xbox One 360 and the Xbox One. I don't like the Kinect thing where you have to move your hands and all that stuff. I really do not like that at all. And you have to look at the camera. I hate that. That's another reason why I do not want to play on an Xbox at all. I do not like the Kinect thing. And PlayStation has tried to do something with that, with the motion controller. I forgot the name of it, but I don't. They know that there's a lot of people that have been frustrated with the Kinect, that they don't focus on it. They know when you want to play on a console, you want to play on a controller, because I want to play on a controller. That's why I play games, and that's what I've been playing on since the first Nintendo. And there's certain things that I just like to do the same thing. I don't want it to change, other than since technology is getting better. Yeah, I like for it to be HD, since TVs are getting better in technology, and I want my games to be in HD, but I'll move to that because HD is better. But like controllers, I want, like, wireless is pretty cool. I like that, or not, but I think wireless is a lot better because the cords on the controllers, back in the old days, I would roll them up and they would like twist, and like that. So that's the feature that I like. So certain things I like and will agree on, but I will not go without a controller. I will not play any game without a controller because I think it's stupid. Maybe certain games, like exercising games, maybe. But games like Call of Duty and stuff like that, I will never not play them unless I won't play them if they're not controller enabled because it's stupid. I won't use that motion controller. I think that's stupid, and no, because it's one hand, and I won't use one hand go like that. Like, no, I need both hands. I won't do that. And I wonder about people who have one hand only, especially people who are in the service and people that are just born without another hand. I can only imagine how they can even play games with just one hand. So maybe controllers for like handicapped people, it's alright for that, but for someone like me that I got both hands, and I think it's just stupid to play on one controller. But nowadays you can customize and create your own stuff. That you have options nowadays, which is what I'm saying. But that's just my thoughts. I just stick on a controller. But I'm thinking about getting like a custom controller where you can wrap it. I kind of get a fear of doing that only because I feel like it's cheating. But I don't know if it is or not. I'll try it, see if it helps me out more maybe. Because I'm not going to modify the game. I'm not going to do it. Maybe my controller, but where it has rapid, I guess it's easier to get kills on multiplayer. I'm going to try something like that. Like the what are those special controllers? I forgot, like chaos controllers or whatever, something like that, or any other custom controller. I'll try to get something like that maybe here soon. And I would like to know how long they're going to continue to make PS3 games, because I know if I don't get me a PS4, I will for sure. If I haven't gotten it, I will. Depending on when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, that's when I'm going to get me the PS4. Because when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, that's for sure. If I haven't gotten the PS4 yet, that's for sure when I'm going to get it. Because I like to wait. I want to have this PS3 for at least 2 years before I get me a PS4. So maybe next year. For sure, maybe next year I'll get me the PS4. Because I also like to wait to get slimmer versions. Right now they're a bit too big, and I like to have them update the console and stuff like that and make it a lot better. Because there's some bugs that people were complaining about when they first came out. So that's why. I'm gonna wait. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm scoping out, playing around with the dog. His name is Riley, which is pretty weird. He's got a actual human name, but he's pretty cool. Interacting with the dog, I think it's a pretty cool feature for single player. I wish they had something like this for multiplayer where you can control the dog instead of having it control itself, because you can't feed the dog off of you. I think you probably would mess up more if you control the dog. Like, kind of like what you do with the other like stuff that you do with, I forgot what they call it, but you get onto the console and you can blow people up from the air, like call it airstrike. I think you should be able to control it like that. Control the dog the same way like that. You activate the dog, you sync onto the dog the same way. Kind of like there's a camera on the dog, you can see the dog, where he's going, and you kind of control him. That's what you should do on multiplayer. They should do something like that. Because I hate that the dog controls itself. You can't really feed the dog off of you. He kills you in one hit. It's like, no, yeah, dogs can hurt you really bad, but you can still, if you're strong enough, you can still feed the dog off of you. You should be able to, and especially if you're a trained fighter, you can probably feed the dog off of you. What they use the dogs for in the military is to distract other to distract the enemy, and sometimes they'll get lucky and the enemy might not be strong enough to feed the dog off of him. So that's another reason why they have dogs, so they can kill him. But if they can't kill him, mostly why they have the dogs is to spot the enemies and to distract the enemies so they can kill him and move and maneuver around him. And that's what you can see here right now on this gameplay with the dog. So that's my thoughts on Call of Duty so far, and where I'm at with it, and why I don't have as many gameplays on it as everybody else. Because I could have 50 gameplays right now. I could already have 50, but I just don't want to do that many gameplays. I don't want to make people feel like this is the only game that I play on this channel, the only franchise. Because I played Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3, and then I got away from it, and then I got back into it, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on PC, and then I played Modern Warfare 3, and I did play Black Ops, the first one, but I didn't own it. I had cousins that owned it, and I played it a little bit, and then I got Modern Warfare 3, and it was alright. I like its multiplayer, and they should do something similar a little bit with that, with this one, on the new maps, like the layout, not the layout, but the style of it should be. It is kind of similar because the company is still the same, but like I said, I think they moved companies because Infinity Ward kind of had some issues or something. That's what I heard from other people on their YouTube channels that play this 24/7 and almost every day of their entire life. So I don't really get 100% into this game. Just the reason why another main reason why I only continue to get it is just to let people know that I'm into the military and I enjoy military games, because I've been playing them off and on. I played Metal Gear. I used to play this PlayStation game. On the first PlayStation, and the second PlayStation was Army Man. It was like these little toy soldiers, kind of like the little toy figure, plastic toy soldiers, and you actually played as them. It was pretty cool. I used to play that, and it was a pretty cool game. If I could find a way to play that, I'll do it on my channel, and just to talk about the Army Man. It was pretty cool because it's one of the military games that I played. And there's one game, I forgot the name of it. I used to play it as, it was an army game, and I used to play it as a kid, and I forgot. I can't find it because I know what it looks like if I see it, but I got to search for a list of Nintendo games, because I want to find that game, because it was an army game that I played on the very first Nintendo when I was 5 or 6. I used to play it, and I had struggled to beat it. I got like to the third or fourth level, and I struggled to get past it. I used to freak out a lot. I was like, what the hell, I can't beat this, and I can't get past, I keep dying. And the enemies would get really strong in the game, because back in the day there was no online, so games were designed very crappy, and it was very hard to play them, and all you had was single player, and they didn't design them very well. It was kind of frustrating. There's wolves. So I think they're gonna add a wolf DLC where you get to have a wolf instead of a German Shepherd. So you have to press square rapidly. Now I have to shoot it to get it off the dog, which is the German Shepherd. Okay, so I'm getting pretty close to being done with this, and right when it gets to the next cutscene where it saves it for me, because this automatically saves it for you. I know you can manually save it yourself, but usually I use the automatic saves when it saves itself, when it saves it for you. that's usually when I will stop it. And I like to do pretty long gameplays so that I can get done with the game faster, because I don't want to do too many gameplays on one game. Other than if it's like online, then I'll do like a bunch of it for as many times I continue to play it online. But if it's like single player stuff, I like to do longer gameplays when it's single player stuff. That's what I do with that. So we're coming down over to here now. And we gotta go up to here. Gotta follow Hesh. If I'm pronouncing his name right. I gotta follow him. So he's on all the Call of Duty games I've been playing so far. You're following somebody. A couple times you'll be doing it yourself, but I kind of don't like in this game is that the enemies kind of look the same. A few times I kind of actually shot at my own guy because the uniforms looked exactly the same, and then like it's so cloudy, it's kind of hard to tell which guy is an enemy and which guy is on your team because the uniforms are pretty much the same. And if they actually highlighted your own play, I guess they kind of wanted to keep it more real life. And I'm playing this on extremely hard, so that's why, which is veteran on the max difficulty. It's probably another reason why I'm kind of getting them confused, because it's not highlighting. The only thing it shows is the name in blue. So if you point at the guy and it shows his name in blue, then that's a good guy. But if you highlight a guy and it doesn't show anything, that's an enemy. Because I noticed that even with Grand Theft Auto, I was trying to highlight one of the other players, and I thought that one of them was a bad guy, wasn't on my team, and because I was playing deathmatch or team deathmatch, and I was shooting at my own players. Like, what the heck? It was kind of hard to tell, and then I realized that it doesn't show anything on the player like red or his name or whatever. I guess it's an enemy. So it's kind of confusing, but I don't really suck at this game. I do pretty good with it. It's just that the main reason why another reason why I don't like single player is it's a lot easier than multiplayer. You know their tactics, you know where they're gonna be at. You can just sit in the back and they won't come closer to you. Like and especially there's no map. Like, well, actually, no, it's not that there's no map. I wish that there was no map. What there is, no map on hardcore when you do it on multiplayer, but I hate that when there is a map, they bump into you and they know where you're at. It's kind of hard. And then there's a kill cam, so they know where you're at. Like, I know on Grand Theft Auto, when you're playing Grand Theft Auto Online, if you kill them, you can kill them from the same spot and sit there. If they don't know where you're at, they don't know where you're at. And that doesn't mean you're cheating, just that you're hiding and they can't find you. And with Call of Duty, they will always know where you're at when you kill them because it shows them on the kill cam. Because main reason why they do that, because so that if you're cheating, they'll know that you're cheating. I think that's stupid. There's other ways to know that you're cheating. If you're hitting the person and he doesn't die, maybe he's got God mode, so he cheated so he can be invincible. And there's other ways to know. You don't need that kill cam because it gives away your position. That's a drawback that I don't like about the Call of Duty games, and especially online.
They emerged from the shadows and vanished into sunlight. Outside the wall, their reputation lingered.
So I'm gonna end this gameplay video right around here. Since I've done a while on this, it's like 54 minutes. So thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out this gameplay video on Call of Duty Ghost single player. My first gameplay on Call of Duty Ghost single player, because I've done 4 gameplays on multiplayer so far. And I'm gonna do a lot more later on in the future, but I got a bunch of other games that I'm working on. Kingdom Hearts, DC Universe Online, games like that. So thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out this video, and I'll talk to you guys later in my next gameplay video. Until next time, Please subscribe. I work really hard on my gameplays. I edit them myself, and I make my own intros and outros and stuff for my videos. So that's it. Thanks for watching.
I'll be back.